Vidwan Swadharma Vigunaha Paradharmat Swanishtitat Swadharme Nidanam Shreyaha Paradharma Bhayavaha. In Vrindaranyam Gurukula, we are very much interested that kids have a Swavalambana Jivana, rather to say a self-sufficient life, a life which has simple and has meaningful. In this verse also in the Bhagavad Gita, if you see, Swadharme Nidanam Shreyaha, what is the use of destroying oneself and doing something else which is not the purpose of your creation? So here in Vrindaranyam, we stress that the child blossom with their own colors so that one person can express himself perfectly and he can contribute to this creation in a proper way. So it's very important that Swadharma and Swabhimanata is being properly addressed in education. So here when we speak of self-sufficiency basically the needs of life, human life. It's very simple to understand. The basic necessity for everyone is food, clothing and shelter. Everyone likes to wear something to cover their body, to be a more gentle way of living, as we are not animals to live as we are born. So this is a very important thing, food, clothing, and also food. Today in the modern times, people start eating anything and everything that's available in front of them. Nobody is thinking what they are eating. It is actually what we eat, it is what we become. This is what our scriptures tell. Without proper anna, nobody can grow properly. And very important aspect of life is food, and also clothing, and also shelter. If these things are addressed, and if these things are being imparted in the education, how the child becomes able to grow his own food, or able to make his own clothes, and also make his own way of living, the way he likes, how to live. If these things are decided by the child, and if he has the samarthya to even do that, then the education has more value. This is how our Indian culture is. It is said in the past, in a historical instance, that Ghajini attacked India 18 times, and each time he lost the battle and went back. But each time when they lost, India lost so much property. But in few moments then he recovered and he could sustain, India was able to sustain. How was this possible? This was possible because in those days the education had this self-sufficiency concept. Though we were losing, we were able to create. But when we lose and when we don't know how to create, then we are in anxiety. So a society where when everyone is in that state, that is, when they are not able to create what they lose, then the society is in trouble and anxiety and disturbance. So Indian educational system was not done that way. So in Vrindaranyam Gurukula, it is very much we are focusing on the self-sufficiency. We are training kids how to grow their own food. So children here participate in all the periods of like agriculture, plowing, growing, and also learning science from that. It is very interesting when we want to learn about bacteria and enzymes and so many things in biology. But when children do that in an applicable way, get into the land, plow it, and also learn the soil contents, the bacteria and the microbes in it, things becomes very interesting. And when we learn that these microbes, how they participate in their livelihood, and that makes more sense to the creation in which they live. So self-sufficiency is very, very important aspect in education. Neglecting these aspects in education, it creates disturbance. Now people are asking the government to give more jobs. They are just challenging that they should give 10 lakhs of jobs, 100 lakhs of jobs. And that is not actually practical. Government can give you facility to work. If the created being is capable of living a self-sufficient life, then why does he require a job? He has to. Today, everybody is running for money just to buy some bread and butter. And for that they are taking so much anxiety. But in Vrindaranyam Gurukula, if we train kids in this manner, not only in Vrindaranyam, our desire is if the entire educational system changes for a better to make kids a self-sufficient being, then they can contribute for themselves in a way they want, and also they can give the surplus to the society, which makes the society more sumptuous with all the requirements of the entire creation. So self-sufficiency is a very important aspect in education which has to be imparted.